Welcome everybody to our Taurus New Moon manifesting. We're getting ready for this amazing Taurus eclipse, and eclipses amplify the energy. So if you're feeling sort of the intensity of it, for example, I have not been sleeping the last 2 nights, which is typically a full moon type response for me. But I've noticed it the last 2 nights that I keep waking up and not sleeping that great and waking up super early. That's this eclipse energy. And it is amplifying all of your goals and dreams with this Taurus new moon. My name is Jana Grosskost, and I am an astrologer, a metaphysical healer, and a business coach, former tax accountant. And I love teaching people about how to manifest with the lunar cycles. And this one is got the Venus signature all over it because Venus has a prominent role. Sorry, my cat decided that she wants to bug me. You need to get off. Yeah, so I want to be a part of the party. How dare you kick me off? So let's get this party started, and I will bring up a chart and some information to help you understand this new moon a little bit better. So as I mentioned, the Taurus new moon is taking place. It is happening on April 30th at 4:28 p.m. on the East Coast, 1:28 p.m. on the West Coast. And this is all about upgrading your levels and tuning into what you value most, what has been transitioning over the past couple of years, what you have been letting go of. This has actually been transitioning since 2018. And obviously we had a lot of massaging going on over the past 2 years in us identifying what we really love and value about ourselves and our lives and what we want to move forward doing. And so if you are out of alignment with what you want to be doing, this new moon is actually going to support you in releasing some of those, either the people or the places, or whatever's going on. It's helping you release, or maybe at least see the next step, because we actually have Venus. Venus is in Pisces. So Pisces is the last astrology sign. And with Venus it's actually sitting directly, it's within 2 minutes of Jupiter. And so there's a lot of amplification that's taking place with Venus and Jupiter right now. So Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. And so if you are seeing new opportunities open up, or if you're seeing friendships fall apart, or other relationships, or maybe work is no longer fulfilling and you're thinking, why am I even at this place? This is because of Venus. Venus is really helping you close the door. It's helping you clear out the clutter and open you up to something bigger and better that aligns with who you really are. So notice where that is taking place. You can obviously pull your astrology birth chart and find out where, I think it's happening at, it's at ladder degrees. So like 27 degrees, 28 degrees of Pisces is in your chart, because that will help you understand where you have closure in your life. Now, Venus rules Taurus. So she is a major player with all the stuff that's going on. And she is actually at what is called a sextile. So they're 60 degrees apart. It's a very favorable conjunction or not conjunction, but it's a very favorable placement where they are 60 degrees apart from the sun, moon, and the other one, Uranus. And even though the sun and moon aren't exactly conjunct Uranus, they're pretty close. So they're within about 3 degrees. So the interesting thing about Uranus is Uranus, where the sun and moon are for this new moon, is where Uranus was sort of moving forward and back as it was going through its retrograde periods during 2019 and 2020. And so Uranus is also the destroyer. So as I was writing about that, I was thinking, okay, Taurus is sort of like, it's springtime, you're tilling the soil, you're clearing out all of the weeds and the debris and breaking up the dirt so that you can actually plant the seedlings and they have the chance to grow. And that's Uranus energy, because it creates sudden changes. It's very shocking. It can be very liberating. It can also be very scary, because when we have these changes thrust upon our lives, sometimes we don't know how to handle it. And so as this energy has been going forward, now Taurus is no longer going to move back to that point. And the sun and moon are coming in and they're saying, oh, wow, look at this great fertile soil that I can now plant my new seeds in. And so again, with springtime, with this new moon energy, this is really the opportunity of tuning into what you value, because Taurus is all about your values, which also relates to Venus, and Venus is getting her values amplified with Jupiter. And so knowing where the sun and moon are happening in Taurus for you will support you in anchoring and grounding your goals. Now, Taurus is an earth sign. So anytime we have earth signs, this is about manifesting in physical form. This is transition in physical form. So looking back over the past 2 years and 4 years to see what is transition in your physical place and what is getting uprooted, what is literally lifting up and out of your life and moving you forward. There's 4 neighbors, including myself. So I'm one of the 4, but we are all moving in the next couple of months. Some of us are moving sooner than others. But it's just kind of interesting to see this whole uprooting that's taking place. So think about what's uprooting in your life and be okay with it. Like if there's any sort of angst or frustration or scarcity mentality where you're holding on to, just realize that this is a part of the process. This is actually going to support you in moving forward. So as I mentioned, we have the sun and moon and Uranus in Taurus. We also have the North Node. And the North Node is giving you direction. It's like, this is where you're going next. And so again, knowing what's taking place with the Taurus energy and your specific chart will help you in navigating not only this new moon, but moving forward. Because with this being an eclipse, this eclipse is going to amplify whatever goals and dreams that you set. And it has this powerful impact for at least the next 6 months. And in 6 months, we actually have another eclipse. And so just be aware of what's taking place, be aware of the intentions you're setting. And as we move forward over the next 6 months, you'll start to see things shifting and changing. Roads are opening up, things are happening to get you to the next place, because we can't, be great if we could just be like a genie and magically snap our fingers and everything just pops into place exactly the way we want it. It does take time to get the ideas and the inspiration into physical form. So keep that in mind as we're moving forward into more of the earth signs. So this is in Taurus, the sun and moon are activating your values. So it's a good time to journal about, what do I really love? What do I really want more of in my life? What do I want to let go of in my life? And tuning into really what matters most to you. This is a great new moon to get out in nature. Make sure that you are out in nature, hiking, walking, hugging a tree, spending time in nature, doing something that helps you feel grounded and anchored and listening to the rhythms of the earth. And that's why I love doing the new and full moon information, because it helps me stay aligned with what's going on, not only with the stars, but energetically what's taking place on this physical plane. This is a great time to beautify yourself, your home, whatever helps uplift your spirits and really amplify what's taking place in your life. Now, I also wanted to mention that Pluto is at not a sextile. I don't know, my brain is not working today. I had a migraine earlier. Anyway, Pluto's in a favorable position. I'll remember it in just a minute. And Pluto is all about you calling your power back. So Pluto is retrograde right now in Capricorn, and it has already moved forward to this degree and it's moving back over this degree. And so it's helping you revisit. So if there are situations in your life where you've given your power away, or maybe you're not setting healthy boundaries, this Pluto energy is going to support you in pulling things back and helping you evaluate, okay, I'm not feeling that I'm fully in my power. I'm not feeling that I'm setting healthy enough boundaries, or I'm not maintaining those boundaries. And Pluto is going to support you in reclaiming those boundaries and honoring that part of yourself so that you can move forward with ease and grace, because Pluto will be moving into Aquarius in the next year, and we'll get out of this Capricorn energy, this top-down authority type energy that has been breaking through, and it'll actually feel better when it moves into the air sign. So those are some of the significant elements. As you can see, there's a bunch of planets that are lined up together. And we also have Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde on the 10th of May, and it'll be moving back through Taurus. So we're going to have, you know, anything that we need to think about, write about, speak about. Mercury is going to support you in identifying some of those patterns. Maybe it's helping you dive in deeper to identify what you value, so that you say, oh, okay, I get it. I know that I need to really value myself on this level. And then you're able to move forward. And Mercury will be retrograde until the first week in June. So just keep that in mind. We are getting into the shadow period, and it's definitely starting to pull on some people, but just notice what's taking place. And when you pull your astrology birth chart, then you'll know what area of your chart this may be influencing. Of course, Mercury can hit all areas. And keep in mind that Uranus and Mercury are the same energy. They're just an octave apart. So Mercury is the lower expression and Uranus is the higher expression. So Mercury is more the physical expression and Uranus is the higher expression of God. So if you're noticing, you know, maybe the way that you're communicating needs to be upgraded so that you are at that upper level, that, you know, you're spiraling upwards towards your higher self and looking at things from a higher dimension, you're going to be able to address and assess situations and patterns that may be holding you back from what you really want to achieve. So as you're moving forward, Taurus is very optimistic. It is helping you create your future in physical form. All of the physical, all the earth elements help that physicality and manifesting in physical form. So recognize that also Uranus is supporting you on that spiritual plane. And it's showing you to have faith with the process, right? Because we're never going to have all of the answers. We need to have faith in the process, and we take one step at a time when we're manifesting. So we take that step, we wait for the next step to be revealed, and then we take the next step. Often we get frustrated, or we want to hurry the process, or we want to do it in a certain time frame, and that turns into a complete disaster. So the more you can be patient with the process and utilize that Uranus energy, it will definitely move you forward. So let's look at the houses. When you find out what house that this new moon is falling in for you, this is a great chart to come back to. I'll post this in the Facebook page, but this helps you understand some of the elements that will be supporting you with this new moon. So if this is taking place in your 5th house, this is, you know, you're easily entertained and amused. You love the physical world and physical pleasure and eating and spending time in nature and playing with children and kind of having that simple life. If this is taking place in your 10th house, this is about being productive and you're the CEO of your life, and it's about being verbal about your career and where you're wanting to go, what legacy that you want to leave. And you may be, you know, as with Taurus, it's all about the senses. So you could be an artist and be involved with sculpting or creating something on a very spiritual plane as well as the physical plane. Does anybody know where this is falling in their chart?
first house, but it's in the first house in Taurus.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a great time to, first house is all about YOU, right? So first of all, this is literally the new year for you, your new year, because it is in the first house. That's where your ascendant is. And so I would set your intentions actually for the next 12 months. Like, what do you want this next year to look like? And be aware of bringing in all of your senses as you're manifesting, like write about your goals as if they have already happened, but utilize all your senses. Like if you're manifesting a new job, it's like you're writing something about, oh my gosh, I love my new desk. It's so, comfortable, and my office is so cozy and, whatever. But you want to engage all of your senses when you're writing about this new moon. And that's true with everybody. But with you, it's about what is it you really want so that you can upgrade your values and make the most of it. Anyone else know where this is falling for them?
I have it in my third house and Chiron.
Chiron's in your third house too?
Well, Taurus is in Chiron and my third house is in Taurus. So okay. Taurus is in both Chiron and my third house. I don't know what that means.
Well, Chiron is an asteroid, and it's like the other planets, it would show up there. I'd have to look at your chart to see what that means, because I'm not quite sure. Chiron is the wounded healer. And so Chiron is all about healing our emotional wounds. And, with it being in third house, that's all about writing, speaking, communicating, all of that information so that it helps you to, to heal whatever emotional wounds are taking place. And then the third house, same thing. Third house relates to speaking and writing, and, it can even be art therapy, right? Where you're using those types of elements to support you with healing. Patricia, your hand is raised, my dear.
Hi, is it possible for Taurus to be in more than one house?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, because it seems like Taurus is in my first, my fifth, and my sixth.
Oh, no, it's only going to be, it could be in, well, I guess it could be in 3 if it's a really big house. I'd have to look at your chart for sure, but you want to look where 10 degrees is, because that's where the new moon's going to be. So if you look at the little tiny tick marks on the inner part of the little tick marks in here, the 10 is going to be that, the first point or a third of the way into the chart. But you can see, like, for this person, Taurus is in their 9th and their 10th houses, but the new moon is actually at 10 degrees, which is in their 9th house. And so they would set their intentions based on the 9th house. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So then in that case, I think, well, maybe I'm not reading it right. It seems like it's on the line between 5 and 6. Is that possible?
Yeah, I'd have to look at your chart for sure
Okay.
to know where it is.
No, I have a chart in front of me that somebody else did for me, so I don't know if, anyway, we can move on.
Okay, but it could be 5 or 6, right? So you could look at both of those descriptions and see what, kind of feels right for you and what's going on for you. That may help you. Somebody else had their hand raised, but I can't see who it was.
Hi, it's Liz. I had my hand raised. Hey, Jen. My new moon, my transiting moon is going to be in the 4th house.
Okay, so this is all about home base. So it's probably a great time to spruce up the house, move the furniture, clean, deep clean, and just refresh your home base, as well as emotional security. So if there are emotional issues that are weighing you down, this is a great time to get energy work or healing work around those to support you in clearing the emotional clutter too.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yes. Anyone else? All right, we'll keep things moving. As I mentioned, Uranus is in Taurus. It's about halfway through its cycle. It's been reworking things. And so, you know, with it being in Taurus, Taurus is about money. It's about the money systems. It's about how we value money. It's how we value ourselves in relationship to money. And so this is a good opportunity for you to look at money and how, you know, are you placing a value on yourself related to how much that you make or what you do with it or those types of things, because this will be a good time to upgrade that relationship with yourself and with money so that you actually have a, a healthy relationship with it and not a destructive one. And by destructive, it can be like ignoring money is destructive. Thinking that somebody else can manage it for you is destructive because you're giving your power away with that. And so you want to make sure that you are valuing yourself when it comes to yourself and money. Self-care is always important, and you always have my permission to give yourself plenty of self-love and self-care. This is a great time to get out in the garden, clean out the weeds, plant some new plants, do something where your hands are in the dirt and you're connecting with Mother Earth. Hiking in nature or spending time outside, you know, sitting under a tree, reading a book. You absorb so many amazing ions from the earth by being out in nature, and it helps you to ground. And then connecting with your heart's desires, because Venus rules Taurus and Venus is playing such a prominent part in this new moon, then this is an opportunity for you to tune into what you love and value most so that you can make the most of it. And for essential oils, any oils that help you feel grounded and uplifted. So some of my favorites, I love clary sage because it helps you have a clarity of mind so that you can see your vision and your purpose in moving forward. I love all the tree oils also because they help you be more grounded and connect those roots, those, you know, your root chakra, the bottom of your feet into the earth. Sandalwood, myrrh is one of my favorite ones because myrrh is the oil of Mother Earth and it has a very earthy smell to it. To me, it smells like mushroom dirt and it can be very grounding. It also supports in healing mother issues. So, or any female, you know, feminine relationship type issues. So if there's any of those going on, it blends really well with any of the citrus oils as well as spice oils to support you. And it's also great for your skin. I love applying it. You know, if I've got an owie or something's going on with my skin, or I just blend it with some frankincense or something and just apply it over my face, it really helps rejuvenate your skin. And this month in May, we have some cool things. Well, not May yet, but pretty darn close. We're going to do a healing class. If you missed our unleashing and healing the empath cycle, it was absolutely amazing. So much incredible healing taking place. And this month on the 9th, which is a Monday night, I will be doing a class on liberating your inner child so that you thrive. And we'll actually go back to birth to conception, conception to birth and beyond, so that we can heal some of the patterns that, you know, even if our mothers thought a certain way, you know, maybe they weren't super excited about a pregnancy or they had other stuff and stress going on in their life, as that newborn or unborn baby, we are absorbing all of that energy and information, and it affects who we are today. So mark your calendars for the 9th. And I forgot to put, we did last Saturday, I was in a summit with 5 other amazing ladies, and it was a summit called Chicks and Money. And I will actually put a link in it because they're doing a replay of the recording this Sunday. I think it's at 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's a live replay, so everything that we spoke about is going to be available in that. And there was some pretty incredible stuff, from breaking through imposter syndrome, learning how to manifest more, boosting your relationship with money, understanding, you know, how to expand your creativity and attract more money to you. So I will put in the email that goes out after this with the recording that information. Let me stop this because I see a couple comments. Okay, we got Liz, fourth house. Yes, yes, yes. All right, any other questions before we go into meditation? All right, then we will jump into it. So get into a place where you are comfortable and free from distractions, allowing your neck and spine to be elongated. So sitting up straight or laying down flat, just allowing your body to be, lifting up as much as possible. And we're going to work with a lot of heart energy because we have the Venus energy, and I really want to capitalize on that and bring in your heart's desires. So you can take your hands over your heart, or if you just want to focus on the heart energy, begin with some breathing in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you breathe in, lift your shoulders up, tightening. And exhale, release everything down and just shake your arms loose, just letting everything out. Breathing in deeply all the way down to the belly. And as you exhale, release any tension you're holding in your shoulders, your neck, through your chest. And continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, simply tuning into the moment, tuning out the outer world, and being present with your body. Breathing in deeply all the way down to the belly. And as you exhale, release any tension you're holding in the lower back, your hips, allowing your legs and arms to be heavy and relaxed. And either imagine or take your hands over your heart and just bring all your awareness to the center of your chest. Imagine that you're breathing through your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. And simply notice how your heart feels in this moment. There's no judgment. There's nothing to change. Just be aware of what you feel right now. And using your imagination, imagine there's a freshly tilled field in your heart. The soil has been turned. The weeds have been eliminated. The sun is beating down against the soil, warming it up, preparing it for the seedlings that you're planting. And imagine yourself going through the field, seeds in your hand. And as you're sowing these seeds into the earth, these are your new intentions with the Taurus energy. What goals are you setting? What values do you want to embrace? What are your heart's desires that you want these seedlings to bloom into? Just imagine yourself going through this field, lovingly and compassionately planting your seeds, allowing whatever imagery to come in, to just be present with what you see, what you feel. There's no need to judge. It's simply being present. And when you feel that you've planted all of the seeds, find a place where you can sit down in the field or by the field. And imagine this beautiful white gold light is coming through the crown of your head. This is a loving, compassionate energy that's supporting you. It's help clearing any of the over-processing, overthinking, trying to figure it out. It's clearing all of that from the mind. It's opening up a direct channel with you and your higher self. It's expanding the third eye consciousness, helping you be more intuitive to next steps, aware of what it is that you want and what's for your highest good. And that white gold light is moving down into your throat, cleansing and purifying any places where your voice has not been heard. Maybe you've set healthy boundaries and they've been ignored. But it's helping fortify your voice. It's giving the courage and strength to express your truth with compassion and love. And that white gold light is swirling like smoke, moving down to your chest, supporting you in releasing any fears, frustrations, allowing your heart to open up and be expansive. The heart is the most magnetic organ in the body. And imagine as you're planting these seeds, what does it feel like when they come to fruition? What do you want to feel like when you achieve or receive your goal? And just imagine what that's like. And anchor that within your heart. This white gold light is swirling towards the solar plexus. And just imagine as you're sitting in this space, you're calling all of your energy, all of your power back. It's coming into the solar plexus. Any place, any people that you've given your power away to, that you're just calling all of that energy back. Allowing yourself to be so present with what you feel. And allowing that yellow gold light to expand within the solar plexus. Supporting you in setting and keeping healthy boundaries. Giving the courage to express your truth and speak up when necessary. And bring your awareness down to the sacral chakra, just below the belly button. This is the seat of creativity. And the Taurus energy and Venus are supporting you in expressing your creativity, in bringing your unique signature to the world. In honoring however you're creative, but honoring those elements of yourself. Maybe you already have ideas that are gestating, And just use this golden white light to help amplify and enhance your goals and dreams. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine the light is going down to the root chakra and down through your legs, into the earth, just like roots, extending from the earth into the earth and connecting with Gaia. And as the roots are shooting into the earth, Mother Earth is amplifying that energy. She's bringing all of your hopes and wishes and dreams to fruition. She's cleansing and purifying any of your fears, just like the earth purifies. Mother Earth is that warm, loving, compassionate hug that you receive. And just imagine these arms around you, enveloping you, and feel that unconditional love. You are the divine being of heaven and earth, and you have an important life's mission. You're here for a reason. And by amplifying your light and your energy, you step into your true purpose and passion. And with this anchoring energy, just feel it coming up through the bottom of your feet, up through your legs, up through your torso, and anchor that energy into your heart. Recognizing that you are loved. And recognizing to love yourself. And bring your awareness back to your heart. Imagining that you're looking over that fertile field again. Notice what has changed. You may notice nothing at all, or you may already see things starting to burst out of the ground. But this is an opportunity for you to anchor your goals and intentions. With this powerful Taurus energy and eclipse, with the powerful support of Venus and Pluto at this time, with Jupiter expanding, amplifying. This is a perfect time to write about your goals and dreams as if you already have them. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing your awareness back to your physical body. Express gratitude to your guides and ancestors for supporting you at this time. Express gratitude to your higher self for co-creating this life with you. And express gratitude to yourself for taking this time, honoring your divinity and expanding your light. And take a deep breath in. And when you feel your processing is complete, go ahead and open your eyes. I know it's not easy to talk after something like that, but I'm just curious if anything interesting came up for anybody.
Yeah, it did. After it's just kind of a marker moment, a marker month in my life anyway. And it's funny that the heart stuff kind of came up, but when when I came back to revisit, at the end of the meditation, things had already grown up. It was very fresh and clean and pretty.
I love that. Yeah, I'm curious, even if you don't want to talk, maybe drop in the chat. How did your heart feel from when we started to when we ended? Did you notice a shift?
Yeah, and it's been really odd the last 3 or 4 weeks. I felt this like not physical, but I just have felt this very off feeling with my heart because it got operated on 7 years ago on the 23rd. I had open heart surgery twice.
Oh, wow.
And so I don't know. It's kind of been, it's like you jump the fence of, oh gosh, it's been great. 7 years, I'm blessed. But then, in the back of your mind, they say around 7 years, we might have to go back in. And maybe it's the underlying fear that I've been dealing with and processing. But I've been like, every night I've been like, you're a good heart. I'm thankful for you.
That's the best thing you can do, right? That's going to change the energy of it. And
and putting geranium and rose, I'm just like,
oh yes, those are perfect for the heart. I also just released the shock, trauma, and panic that your heart experienced as a result of that. So that would definitely support. Yes, thank you. Patricia says, started out open, receptive, and generous. During meditation, felt more of an opening and expansive. Love it. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share?
Hi, this is Alexi. This is my first time joining, so thank you for
welcome, Alexi. Yeah, I didn't even go through my whole spiel of welcoming new people, so thank you for joining us. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why, but for the past couple of days, I've been feeling just very anxious and almost as though it's not necessarily my own anxiety, almost like the collective's anxiety. So I think just even doing the meditation just kind of helped release some of that. But I definitely kind of feel like this is definitely a, kind of clearing out the old stuff that really doesn't serve the highest self anymore. I've kind of been feeling those things kind of coming back. And so, just kind of trying to release all that definitely was happening during the meditation. So,
perfect.
So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us and thank you for sharing that. You're right. It is the collective and it is the energy of, this amplified new moon that is definitely impacting us because, I've had migraines, which I hardly ever get anymore. I've been very scattered. Like I said at the beginning, I haven't been sleeping very good.
Yeah.
And that's all a part of this kind of, it reminds me of a wave. If you've ever been in the ocean, you feel the wave at your feet before you even know the wave's coming. And so it's like that. It's that undertow that just sort of like starts pulling at you. And you're like, oh yeah, there's a new moon and an eclipse. Come on. Yeah. So it's pretty powerful.
And I've been, Alexi, to the point, scattered and just really, I don't know. I just feel like I'm tired. I'm kind of like, what's the word? I'm burned out is the word. And I'm feeling like I just need self-care, self-love. I'm like, I really do need to get away for a minute. So yeah.
Yeah, whatever you can do that's why I'm always, amping up self-care because we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. There's so much energetically that's transitioning around us and within us that for us to be able to anchor more light, we need to do the self-care on a daily basis. It's not even optional anymore. There needs to be something that we're very mindfully doing for ourselves. And making sure that we're not overdoing things, because that's when we start short-circuiting our nervous system and create all kinds of havoc. So the more you can do to take care of yourself, the better off you're going to be. Ani says, at first my heart it felt craggy, electric mad. By doing planting, felt calm. Not sure what I'm planting. It's okay. The new moon isn't until Saturday, so you have a day or two to think about it. We're literally like opening the channels for you to plant those seeds. So even if you don't know what you're planting yet, it gives you a day or two to write about a few things and think about, okay, what is it that I really do want to manifest? What is it that I value? How am I valuing myself and honoring that part of myself so that I receive, it can be validation from other people or the way people treat you so that you feel valued and respected. So just keep that in mind. Anyone else want to share?
I'll raise my hand.
Okay.
When it came up, that question just now, I know I want to speak up to, there's some issues that are really pushing my buttons, but I'm afraid to speak how I'm feeling for fear of causing like just a humongous argument and clink. In particular, this one person's very reactive and very strong and very in control. And I almost think it's not worth it. Just let me find a way to say like this kind of, I can't really go there, or this is too much for me. Can we talk another time?
Right. Definitely writing about it as if how you want the conversation to go would help. I set intentions all the time like that I want this conversation to be, amicable for both of us, or, that we both walk away feeling good. But if you're already setting the intention of angst and stress and I don't want to talk about this, then that's what you're going to manifest, right? You're going to manifest either the good stuff or the not so good stuff. And you can already start the process and write about, the conversation that you have as if you've already had it. So use past tense words, had a great conversation with so-and-so. We talked about blah, blah, blah. This was the resolution. Like write about it as if it's already taken place. And then set your intentions. When I talk with this person, that we speak respectfully with one another, that we're able to see each other's point of view. And then you have to let go, right? That's the magic of manifesting, because we can't control other people. All we control is how we respond to them. And so if you're already in a place of setting that intention that you resolve this peacefully and respectfully, then you're going to be much better off. Does that help?
Yeah, thanks. I'll work on that.
Okay. Anyone else? Questions, comments? I love the little bird.
I do too.
I think that's a message right there. So everyone just like soak in whatever that message that little bird is giving us. Just love it. Yeah, I love nature. I love when it pops up. Yes, fabulous. All right, well, we will wrap up today. A week from Monday, we will be doing the healing class, and I will send out another email with that information. If you do have questions or comments, reach out to me either through the email that I send out, or all my contact information is in there. And I hope you make the most of this new moon, because it feels really magical to really identify, what you really value and what you want to move forward with that loving, compassionate energy, and really make the most of it, because it's just going to be a magical time with this eclipse. So enjoy your Saturday new moon and eclipse, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.